Julianne here of Julianne Annette Art. Welcome back to my channel, or if you're new here, welcome. If you are new, please consider subscribing. I would love it if you stick around. So today's video is going to be part 3 of my random wheel spinner picking my books. Today we're going to go through the PDF books and pages that the spinner picked for me. So if you haven't watched part 1 and 2, go check them out first. And if you have, let's just carry on with the video. And now we are going to go back to the PDFs. So we have Adorable Goth, Christine Karen Singles, Nino Kurtz, Yoriko Shidoru, Nadia C Designs, The Hatbox, Fantasy Princesses, Adorable Aliens, Wildwood Witches, Nice Little Town 10, Bugville, and Colorful Adventure Storybook. So we are going to start with the giant binder. I'm going to zoom you out significantly. Okay, it just clears the phone. Lana Green, Lana Green, Lana Green, Lana Green, Lana Green, Christine Karen. So let's just see which of these are appropriate for fall. I only put ones that I knew had good fall pages into the selection. So this one definitely feels springy to me, the Water Nymph. The Troll definitely gives me fall vibes. This Forest Sprite with her oak leaves and maple leaves kind of has a fall vibe, but she also has flowers, so I'm not 100% sure. This one, the Fae Messenger, she definitely gives me a fall vibe, even though she has birds, but just the thorns and stuff kind of feels fallish to me. And the Wind Whispers, again, feels kind of fallish, especially there's little leaves blowing. Really, I feel like any of those pages, except for the Water Nymph, could be fall. And then we also have a few pages here. Just going to set them aside. So we have Nova. That one doesn't remind me of fall. This one does remind me of fall. The tree has lost most of its branches. Most of its branches. It's lost most of its leaves. So that definitely has a fall vibe to it. This one's a bit more spring. This one is very fall, but also very intimidating. This one is quite spring with babies. This one has a bit more of a fall feeling as well, because even though it has babies in the nest, but yeah, no, okay, we're gonna say spring because I can't do babies in a nest in the fall. So what does that leave us? That one's a no. And the Water Nymph was a no. So it leaves us with, I think this one is our front runner. But then also the Troll, the Forest Sprite, the Fae Messengers, and Wind Whispers. But we're going to put Troll and Old Tree Fairy at the front because they feel the most like fall images. So I'm going to set these aside and I will put them back later, and I will find a folder for keeping out my ones that I'm going to be working in. So that was Christine Karen Singles. Just going to cross it out so we know that it's been taken care of. So then next is Nino Kurtz Art. And so I think I only had one page here that I felt qualified as a fall page. This one is very winter to me. She's like an ice princess. Okay, this one with the mushroom, definitely fall to me. And okay, there might be a second one actually that I think is kind of maybe fallish. Oh, no, there's not. Peony. Yeah, no, that's it. So it was definitely the mushroom one. I'm just going to leave her out separate, and the others can get put back after. Okay, so that is Nino Kurtz. And then the next ones that are in here is going to be the Nadia Z Hatbox design, Hatbox series, and the, I believe Adorable Aliens is in here. Oh, we didn't get Rita Prince. Oh, that's unfortunate. I was hoping for Rita Prince. She's got some beautiful spacey ones in there. Okay, here's Adorable Goth. I don't know. Have I skipped Hatbox Design? I feel like Hatbox Design, the Nadia Z designs should have been further. Oh no, it is still coming. Okay, so Adorable Goth, which is Coco Wyo, and I have not printed out the entire book. I have printed out some space pages and just some other pages that I think are cute. And to be honest, I think they're all just going to go into the section. So this adorable guy in space definitely would work for Space Timber. This one feels kind of Space Timber-ish. This one Space Timber-ish. This one Space Timber-ish. Probably the guy at the front is the cutest to me. Little Grim Reaper guy, he's adorable. Little kitty, I could see coloring. Obviously little baby Cthulhu, because he's the cutest in the world. I probably wouldn't color this one, but I'm not going to just take out the one. And then little bat guy, and then these guys. So, like I said, I'll probably just leave the entire collection in there. Because there's a couple that I might be more likely to color, but they're all pretty darn cute. And Hatbox is here. So this one is, again, it's Nadia Z Design on Etsy. I'm not sure if she has any physical coloring books. Actually, I do think she has physical coloring books that you could buy on her Etsy. But I don't know if you could buy anything from Amazon or anything like that. But she is an amazing artist, and she has these really cool they're all singles, but they're in a folder on her Etsy shop that's called like THB for the Hatbox. And so they do kind of go with the story, and I'd love to see it. That was scary. A speaker just jumped off the chair because the dog likes to get herself up as high as possible, and she knocked it off the arm. So this page, I think, is my standout that I would probably want to do first, because the art is just so gorgeous and it is very intimidating. This one feels a bit more spring, but this one here feels, it has an odd vibe to me. It has yeah, so this is the one that I'm going to choose. I'm going to set it aside. I'm quite certain that that is the one that I would want to do, so I'm not going to fuss about it. Okay, so we did Adorable Goth, and we did the Habox Designs. Then we have Yoriko Shiro, Fantasy Princesses, Adorable Aliens, Wildwood Witches, Nice Little Town 10, Bugville, and Colorful Adventure Storybook. None of which are in this binder, because this binder is just for the things that I don't have as much of. I'm just going to lay this aside and not fuss with it. So now we get into the folders. And I was also kind of hoping for like some Molly Harrison, but that didn't happen. Okay, so Bugville is by Fern Brown. So we have this page that is spacey, and therefore it is a option. So I think I'm going to set that aside. This is our cover. And then we'll just see if there's anything else that looks like an autumn-y page. A lot of these pages feel kind of summery to me. She also does have these. I got it from her Etsy, obviously. But she does also have them on Amazon. So if you were interested in any of these, you could get them on Amazon. This one kind of has little gourds. It's a little bit, plus that's a giant gourd. It could be fallish, but I don't know that it is fallish enough, and I'm pretty sure there's one with a pumpkin. This one's very cute. The little bees. I think the pirate one is cute. I love this one. Is there one with a pumpkin? Yeah, here's the pumpkin one. So this one we're going to set aside as well. So basically it's either the space one or this pumpkin-y Halloween one. And so that is Fern Brown Bugville. We'll cross that off. And let me find somewhere for all these to stack up now. And next, what do we have here? Wildwood Witches. I don't know for sure. Yeah, we'll see how it goes. I was going to say I don't know if I want to necessarily pick individual ones, but there's quite a few that feel fall, but there's also quite a few that feel like very springy, summery. So maybe I will choose them. This one, I feel like it could go either way. This one definitely has a fall vibe to me, like quite windy. That one feels fallish. I think we'll flip through and then I'll decide if I'm gonna, like this one's very summery. This one is definitely fall. Quite intimidating. Did I say, so this is from the Coloring Heaven Wildwood Witches, and the art is by Steve Hutton. And if you go to his website, this one's very summerish. See, I think it's just a handful of summer ones, so I think I might just leave it all intact. If you go to his website, he has art from all of these, and he's got like a whole story that goes along with it, and it's really cool. This is a cool one. This is definitely fall. Even this one is kind of fall because she's harvested a bunch of apples, and so it feels fall. This one's definitely spring with the seedling. Anyway, yeah, you should check out his website if you haven't already. There's a lot of art of these. There's like the backstory behind these characters, and they're from different, I don't know if it's covens or what he calls the groups. But this one has a fall vibe to me as well. The different groups represent the different seasons. And so this one is kind of Christmassy because of the holly. I would like to see if he has the individual art from these pages, because I wouldn't mind trying to use his art as the reference for it. This page feels summery. This one definitely gives me autumn vibes though. And this one also feels pretty autumny, although it could be anything. Definitely autumn here with the leaves. This one kind of gives me autumn vibes as well. This one too. This one too. So I think I'm just going to leave this whole folder out, because aside from the few that have like definite summer vibes, or like the one that's clearly winter, almost any of them could pass for an autumn one. Like, you know, when you watch Lord of the Rings, doesn't it just feel like it is autumn? Doesn't it feel like it's just in the time when it's starting to get colder, and, you know, the nights are getting colder and the days are getting shorter, and like it, this one's autumn with the leaves. Yeah, I just feel like, all these kind of fantasy type things, they all scream autumn to me. I don't know why. Like I said, I think my brain wants to see everything as autumn. So that was Wildwood Witches, and we are just leaving the whole darn thing out because I cannot tag a specific one. So this one is, oh, Winglings. We didn't get Winglings chosen. Next is Adorable Aliens, which is Matthew Larson, also a Coloring Heaven issue. And I don't know that I'm going to pick a specific one. They're just all aliens. I think I will choose one that looks like it's on a planet versus, or like, you know, clearly, as opposed to just looking like, I don't know. What am I trying to say? Like this one is just kind of like him. There's no background or anything. Mind you, I could certainly create my own. I could make him on some rocky, jagged planet. But I'm not so sure about that. But anyway, I'm not sure which one I would do. Any of them would count. So I'm just going to also keep that as just the whole folder, kit and caboodle. Next is this lovely Yoriko Shiro. So some of these are kind of creepy. All of them are beautiful. They'll have a little saying. I think if you had her actual coloring book, then the saying would be on the back of the other page, or like facing it maybe. I'm not sure. But if you don't like creepy things, you might want to look away shortly. This one's kind of weird how it just cuts off, but I feel like I would just draw in a wall or something, like a pillar maybe that she's standing behind. I noticed when somebody did a flip through of the actual physical coloring book, it was the same thing. So I'm not worried about it. I don't think it was an error. I think it was just the way they did it. So yeah, like all of these they're just, it's beautiful art. Some of them are still more summery, maybe with the butterflies, but it's very unique art, because it's just so beautifully done. So some of these, I haven't decided quite how I would tackle these. They're all beautiful. I really like this one, the little doll. I might consider that one, but I'm not gonna, oh, I like this one too. I'm not going to, I love that one. What am I trying to say? I'm not going to be separating these ones out either. It's another one that's just going to go in whole because I think it'll just be whatever I feel like in the moment. So we only have Fantasy Princesses, Nice Little Town 10, and Colorful Storybook Adventure. So this is the Colorful Storybook Adventure. So it's by Josh Lee. It is another Coloring Heaven. And it is a story that he made up that is based on his cousin, which I think is really cool. And how neat for her, right? Like to be this part of this story that he's made up. So I'm pretty sure with this, I just want to go in order because it's a storybook. So it makes sense to my brain to go in order. But this one is kind of like a bit of an intro title page. And then this one is kind of more the beginning of the story. And so the story is that, you know, she's an artist and what she's drawing, and then she kind of becomes part of the adventure. So I would start with one of these two pages. I am not attached to only starting to this title because this one is really the beginning of the story itself. So I'm going to pull them both out and set the rest aside because I know it would be one of those two pages that I would want to start with. So that is the Colorful Adventure Storybook by Josh Lee from the Coloring Heaven. All of these you can get on the Coloring Heaven storefront on Etsy, probably as well as their the website, the Coloring Heaven website. Okay, so next is Nice Little Town 10. And this one, we'll see what we can find for autumn pages. I think a lot of them feel very spring and summery. It's more the odd one that feels kind of autumn. This one actually feels fairly autumn because of the little acorns. He's got his backpack like he's coming home from school, and that definitely feels autumn to me. So I'm going to set that one aside. Love this yoga one. I bought this whole book just because of that yoga page. And all these little guys that are just reading. I think they're really cute too. It's definitely a lazy sunny day to me there. This one's adorable with the grasshopper, but very summery. So I'm going to say that just that one page is the only one that really feels like it's got an autumn vibe to me, because it definitely has a back to school vibe. So that is this one. And that's for Nice Little Town 10. And we're just going to set that one aside. And we have one more book to go, is Fantasy Princesses by Josh Lee. And I know there's a few in here that feel quite autumny. This one's pretty on the point, on the nose Halloween. This one could be autumny. And what else do we have? I really love Josh Lee's art. Most of the downloads that I have. This one feels fairly autumny as well. I'm going to set it aside. I don't know that I would do it because I am doing the Kumiho page in Mythic World, but I'm going to set it aside anyway. This one feels kind of autumny. Anyway, yeah, Josh Lee's art is super cool, and most of the Coloring Heaven PDFs that I own are his art because his art style is just so cool. Okay, this one definitely has a fall vibe, so we'll take that one out. This one could pass for fall as well, but I'm going to leave that. This one, that feels like autumn Halloween-y maybe. Lots of them are open for interpretation, but this one, unfortunately, it was old ink, and it was like a knockoff ink, and so it left these stripes in the black part. I'm not sure how well you can see it on camera. Yeah, I think you can see it fairly well, actually. So is she autumn or she's more winter? It looks like snow, but this one is definitely autumny with the bats, I feel like. Kind of Halloween-y. This one feels kind of voodoo Halloween-y as well. But I'm going to skip her. Okay, so that's Fantasy Princesses. So I think that is it. Those are the pages that I have chosen for potentially doing in this book, in Josh Lee's Fantasy Princesses. So that's my list of books that I'm going to try to be tackling for autumn, in addition to my project books and buddy colors that I already have. I don't expect to get to all of these. I am not going to put any pressure on myself to get to all of these. I only want to have fun with it. But this was really fun doing the spinning wheel. I liked that I included my PDFs because so often I just skip right past them, and I don't I just don't even acknowledge that they exist. So I like the idea of working through them. It's funny that I had said when we were at like 22 or 23 about how 11 PDFs had come up, and then I kind of complained about it and said I expected it to only be about a third, and then no more PDFs came up anyway, and they all were just physical books at that point. So I find that interesting that no more PDFs came up. So when I was saying that at 30 I would expect 3 full pages to give me roughly a third PDF, because that's where they were, and the other 2 pages were all physical books, and that's actually how it ended up being, was roughly a third. Out of 30 picks, 11 were the PDF. So all my complaining, which wasn't a lot of complaining, but it worked out anyway. There are definitely some books that I would have liked to have had in there, but that's okay. It's how it goes. I'm quite happy with a lot of these choices. There are definitely some that I would not have picked, or, well, I mean, like I said, I certainly would not have been picking 11 PDFs. So the fact that there's so many PDFs is definitely something that I wouldn't have done. If I had chosen 1 PDF for myself, or maybe 2 to try to get done in a month, that would have been it. And I'm really excited about a lot of these picks. The only thing is that there is only one mythographic book in here, and I have 1 mythographic buddy for September. And so my goal is to actually color a mythographic book every single month, and this spinner only chose me 1 other mythographic book. So I will be doing 1 more mythographic for autumn that I did not choose on the thing, and it is not in my wild card. Well, if you're still here, thank you so much for watching. I know that's been a long one. But I hope you had fun, because I really did have a lot of fun doing it. And I think I'd like to try to do it again for December. I think I have maybe a couple things I might do differently that I've figured out that I've already forgotten, but I did think at the time that I would do them differently. But yeah, it was a lot of fun. So I hope you liked the video. If you did like it, please consider giving it a thumbs up. And if you're not already, please consider subscribing. Also, comment down below and tell me what autumn books are you most excited to color in this season? Or are there any autumn books that you don't have that you plan to order? That you're, yeah, what are you most looking forward to coloring in the autumn season? Yeah, I think that's all. Thank you so much for watching, and thank you for sharing your time with me. And have a wonderful day, and be kind to yourselves. Bye-bye.